For millions of years, the galaxy lived under one silent truth. Earth was a place no one approached. Star maps were filled with names of glowing civilizations, bright trade routes, and powerful empires, but around the Sol system there was only darkness. No lights, no travel lanes, no explorers, nothing. It was strange because humans once existed. Their old signals, music, radio waves, and languages still drifted like ghosts through space. But suddenly, thousands of years ago, all signs stopped. Earth became quiet, cold, forgotten. But the galaxy never forgot why it feared Earth. The Alindra, the oldest and wisest species, were the only ones who carried the memory. They had survived cosmic wars, supernova storms, and the fall of 10,000 alien empires. They were calm, intelligent, and brave. But when someone spoke the word human, they grew silent. Rumors spread like wildfire across the stars. Some said Earth destroyed itself with war. Others believed humans turned into machines. A few whispered something more terrifying. Humans unlocked a secret the galaxy was not ready for. The Alindra kept the truth hidden for ages. They erased records, sealed ancient data vaults, and never explained why they avoided Earth. They simply warned every new species. Never enter Sol. Never wake what sleeps on Earth. Then, after thousands of silent years, something changed. A signal pulsed from the direction of Earth. Slow, heavy, like a heartbeat in the dark. Space stations detected it. Fleets felt it. Even planets shivered in its echo. It was a message without words, but every mind understood it. Humanity was not gone. Humanity was returning. And whatever secret they once hid was awakening again. The first reaction across the galaxy was disbelief. How could Earth send a signal after millennia of silence? How could something long dead breathe again? Listening satellites replayed the pulse over and over. It was not machine-made, not artificial. It sounded alive, like a heart beating across the void. The Alindra Council, old and wise, gathered in their crystal chamber. Their skin shimmered like starlight, their voices calm like frozen oceans. For the first time in countless ages, they were afraid. One elder spoke, trembling with memory. We must not go near. Not again. We remember what humans became. But the younger species did not understand this fear. The Tveran kingdom wanted to explore. The Krelks demanded answers. Curious traders, reckless scavengers, and loud warlords all argued. If Earth is alive, we should see it. So a small exploration fleet was formed, 10 ships, bold and curious, chosen from different empires. Their mission was simple. Approach Sol, study the signal, return with truth. But just before they launched, an Alindran archivist appeared, a being so ancient their voice sounded like dust falling on stone. They warned, if you see what sleeps on Earth, you may never sleep again. The fleet ignored them. The ships jumped into hyperspace, cutting through blue and purple swirls of folded reality. Stars stretched like silver rain. Space bent. Engines hummed. The galaxy held its breath. Days passed, then weeks. No transmission, no update. Every species waited, until one broken message returned. Static, screaming, a single sentence buried beneath noise. Earth is waking. Run. Then silence again, deeper than before. Something was happening on Earth, and the galaxy had no idea how much danger it was in. The galaxy trembled after the broken distress call. Empires paused trade. War fleets froze in space. And every world stared toward the silent black region where Earth slept. Something was moving there, something vast. For the first time in recorded ages, sensors detected activity inside the Sol system. Not one signal. Not two. Thousands. At first, they looked weak, like flickering sparks. But then each spark expanded, growing into powerful energy signatures the size of war armadas. The readings were beyond logic, beyond recorded technology. The Alindra Council tracked every pulse in horror. They're not signals, one elder whispered. They're engines. Across the galaxy, broadcasts screamed. Unknown fleet forming near Earth. Power readings impossible to measure. No known species operates such technology. Civilizations that once bragged about strength now hid behind planetary shields. Warlords who conquered star clusters now shut their borders tight. Even pirate bands vanished like dust. Because if humans truly returned, they were not returning small. Meanwhile, deep inside Sol, the exploration fleet, the one that vanished, sent a final visual transmission. A single fragment. Blurry, damaged, but clear enough to freeze the blood of every being that saw it. A colossal warship, dark as the void, awakened near Earth. Its surface glowed with molten lines like veins of power. Engines burned white. Space itself bent around it. More ships emerged behind it, each bigger, each brighter. Humanity was not rebuilding. They were mobilizing. The last surviving pilot spoke in a shaking voice. They are not the humans we studied in history. They evolved. They changed. They carry a secret, a weapon, a knowledge strong enough to break the galaxy. The transmission cut, but one final whisper remained. And they're coming. Worlds sealed their borders. Fleets abandoned trade routes. Entire star systems shut down their gates like frightened children hiding from thunder. Every screen, every broadcast, every council chamber repeated the same question. What is Earth becoming? No one had the answer. Then it happened. Across the night of deep space, a tear opened between stars, as if reality itself were peeled apart like cloth. Light spilled out, cold and blinding, stretching across sectors like a wound in the universe. Out of that light came them. Human ships. But they were not like any warship known before. They were enormous, city-sized titans forged from black alloy, moving without fuel trails, engines silent like hunting beasts. Some were smooth like obsidian blades, others carved with ancient runes glowing like molten silver. They formed a formation, not random, not chaotic. Perfect. Calculated. Their hulls shimmered with energy fields strong enough to rip apart stars. Weapons remained dormant, yet every world felt them, like predators waiting to strike. The Alindra, oldest of all life, sent a single message to the galaxy. Do not provoke humanity. Do not speak to them first. But another signal came, not from Alindra, not from any empire. It came from Earth. A calm human voice echoed across channels, translated into every language, heard by every species. We have returned. Stand down. No war cry, no threat, just a command. But behind that calm voice was something deeper: power, confidence, authority earned from knowledge no one else possessed. The galaxy listened, because for the first time, it wasn't humanity who feared the stars. It was the stars that feared humanity, and whatever secret they carried was still hidden. The galaxy stood frozen, fleets silent, weapons cold, leaders breathless. Humanity had returned, but not as explorers, traders, or dreamers. They returned as something beyond the galaxy's understanding. The Alindra gathered privately, ancient eyes trembling like fading stars. They already knew what others did not. They had seen the truth long ago, when humans first touched the last forbidden frontier. Memory fragments still existed in their archives. Classified, buried, terrifying. Millions of years earlier, when humanity was still young, curious, and reckless, they discovered something in the depths of their own world, a doorway not built by aliens, but by the universe itself. A natural fracture where time and reality touched like thin glass. A place where laws of physics broke like fragile bones. Humans entered it, and they came back, different. Their minds expanded. Their technology evolved beyond any race. They stopped aging. They learned to bend matter like clay, reshape gravity, even whisper to stars. At first, they wanted peace. But knowledge changes all things. The Alindra saw humanity rise like wildfire, unstoppable, unchallenged. Empires fell before human understanding, not human weapons. Planets surrendered not to armies, but to ideas. Humanity did not conquer, it outgrew the galaxy. Then they left, not defeated, not destroyed. They simply vanished into the fracture, to learn more, to evolve further. Now they returned, after ages of silence. Not biological, not machine. Something in between. Something limitless. One Alindran elder finally spoke the truth aloud. We do not fear humans. We fear what they brought back with them. Whatever humanity found beyond the fracture was still hidden, still waiting. And soon, the galaxy would face it. The human fleet held position in silence, like a wall of black stars blocking the path forward. Weapons idle, engines quiet. Yet every ship carried an unspoken threat. They didn't have to fire to win. They only had to exist. The Alindra sent their most ancient emissary to speak. a being older than solar systems, its voice shaking like wind over dry bones. Facing humanity was like facing destiny itself. The communication beam linked. A human figure appeared, not flesh, not machine, but a fusion of both. A being of light wrapped in human form, eyes bright, like compressed galaxies. The emissary asked only one question. Why have you returned? The human did not answer with war, did not demand tribute or surrender. Instead, they revealed the secret. Humanity went beyond the universe, outside space, outside time. They found the blueprint of creation itself. They understood how reality breathes, how galaxies are born, how time loops like a river returning to its source. Humans had become architects, not conquerors. We do not come to destroy, the human said softly. We come to warn. A tremor passed through every mind listening. A second fracture was forming, not just on Earth, but on every corner of existence. A cosmic reset, a collapse that could erase everything ever lived. The universe was reaching its limit, its structure thinning like old cloth. Humanity returned not to rule, but to hold the universe together. They were the last line, the final safeguard, the only species capable of stopping the end. And suddenly the galaxy understood. They never feared humans because of violence. They feared humans because without them, all life would fall. Humanity was not a threat. Humanity was the only hope.